Ugo Foods started in around about 1929 when Luigi Ugo arrived from Italy, setting up the first fresh pasta shop around the corner in Soho. That developed and over the years, and then in the 60s we started with the first gluten-free whole wheat products, again selling them to Crank's restaurant, which was based in Carnaby Street for a number of years. So then in the 90s, Paul Ugo, third generation of the Ugo family, had taken over the business. His wife, they thought, had developed a gluten intolerance following her pregnancy, so he decided to develop more mainstream gluten-free fresh pasta products. So started looking at pennes and spaghetti, those sort of style products, which then hit the market under initially our Dalugo brand, and towards the late 90s, and then a few years ago developing as well the chickpea fusilli, which was free in all allergens as well as being gluten-free. So Freeform's been around for a few years now, but it seems to have predominantly been within ambient categories of the retailers. The health food stores and your more specialist stores have been doing a whole variety of Freeform, whether it be free from dairy, gluten or any of the other allergens for a number of years. But the retailers have always seemed to sort of stay with the ambient, with a little bit in frozen. But chilled has been something that's not necessarily been there. We're also talking to people that do need to shop the Freeform. It seems a lot of it is related to things like snacks and biscuits and brownies, not really things that they can then go and create proper meals from. And over the years, it's been more developed into ready meals, again, but not as much of ingredients or things where they can then go and pick up a few things and make a Freeform meal. Having looked at this, the retailers as well were starting to introduce Freeform chilled bays, predominantly started with dairy-free, so cheeses and various milk substitutes, and started to develop that into food. So you started getting Freeform pizzas and quiches and pork pies. So we looked at that and realized that there wasn't a Freeform pasta range. While there might have been some unfilled, and obviously the dried pasta you have the unfilled, there was no filled fresh pasta. And we believe that everyone should enjoy pasta. It's what we do, and we do it very well. So we started developing, and it's taken us a long time. There's a reason why it's not out there already, is because it's incredibly difficult to do. So it took us around about 18 months of development work with a fantastic team that eventually managed to create this tortelloni filled product, which we launched last year. The product itself, obviously, pasta is generally made with wheat, so durum or semolina wheat being the most common. Neither of those products are suitable for celiacs or anyone with any type of gluten intolerance. So what we needed to do was create a pasta that was made out of something different. And rice and corn flour are the general combinations that you can use. And that was also obviously what our current unfilled pastas are made out of. The trick is making it able to stick together and to fill the product with an ingredient, so ricotta and spinach or a tomato mozzarella, which is the two that we do. And that's what's taken the most time. So there's our secrets behind it as well, of course, but our development team have worked with that and created a recipe and machinery that can do that. Freeform is a hugely growing category. I think some recent Kantar data showed that it could be worth over £700 million as a total category. But what's particularly important is that the chilled and frozen sections of Freeform are growing considerably faster than the whole category itself. So ambient has been around for a number of years, whereas chilled is growing double digit as the retailers now grab onto that. And that's what's been driving our own innovation to make sure that we can provide chilled products that aren't just me too. So it's not just another pizza product or another quiche or another lasagna. It's really adding something new for the shopper and the consumer. Obviously, we've developed this product, and there's a lot that we believe we can do with that. The one thing with Ugo is we don't just sit on our laurels and take what we've got. It's very much about always looking for the next thing. Paul Ugo is very much the kind of person that once we've launched something and we've developed it, he then moves on to the next idea for us to push. So we have a number of ideas, obviously not being able to share too much yet, but various variations of the existing products that we already have, Also, we can go outside of pasta. The terminology of farinaceous products is what we do, but there's a lot of things that we can do around that as well. And it's about Evixia Free From. It's about developing that brand and creating great products which normally people wouldn't be able to eat, but those with intolerances can, and without compromising on the quality and taste, of course.